Yo, Aries. What's good, Aries? Cross watchers included, and people who just here to learn about the Aries energy. Here we are again. We're going to be doing a 4 card draw. It's going to consist of situations, obstacles, actions recommended, and outcomes. We're doing outcomes today. Pause. I may cuss, but I don't curse. You heard? And with that being said, let's get to it. You can still reach me if you are inquiring about my services via the website that will be in the description link. Also, I'll be doing some adjustments to the types of discussions that I'll be offering. I think I'm going to make an update that consists of going over natal charts as well. I think it could be a real spiritual enhancing vibe and discussion doing that. So I believe I'm going to add that on. And we just going to chop it up. We're just going to continue chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who've been wondering about the gaps, like in between uploads and stuff like that, it's like I'm gonna mention this in the Aquarius video too. It probably have more of an impact, but Aquarius season is the 12th house in the zodiac wheel for Pisces people. So this is where we retreat, we become recluses. This is where we isolate and go within. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a real sensitive time and it's a real private time. It's about confidential information and behind the scenes events and stuff like that. So you may notice your Pisces friends feeling drained and stuff. I was just talking with my peoples about this. You could sense us feeling drained and stuff like that, and just needing to isolate and get away. So that's the reason for the gaps in uploads and my appearances, if you will. But anyway, enough about me, right? Let's talk about you. I'm going to cut this deck. Going to get to drawing these cards. 4 card draw. I ain't going to hold you long. Pause. First card that we're dealing with the Aries energy is about the Page of Swords. So I think somebody's about to bring you a message. A younger person. They may bring this message in the form of stagnating your plans. So this might be a person that actually made a promise to you before, and they have to go back on what they initially promised you for some type of reason. They may not express what the reason is, and I don't know whether the reason is valid or not. I'm not saying that they're purposely trying to sabotage you. What I'm getting is that they're doing some type of planning, and in order to calculate effectively, they can't care about how you feel about it. You understand what I'm saying? I hope you understand that without feeling, which is kind of crazy to say, but I'm serious. So what I'm picking up on is this person is not being malicious by going back on their word. They've just stumbled on a realization like, oh shit, I gotta do this instead of that, or before that, or in a different kind of way. I can't do it fully to the extent that I said I would because of this calculation that I just made that states I have to do otherwise. You get what I'm saying? So I doubt that they're going to come to you like, oh, and be mean about it. It's just one of those things where they acknowledge that, you know what, this might affect their feelings, but I have to say it. I have to do it. You understand? Okay. So what's the obstacle? Wheel of Fortune. Upright. So the obstacle is good luck. You know what I see from this is that there's a saying in astrology that goes, when you're experiencing trines, which is when 2 planets are 120 degrees apart from each other in the orbit, you can overlook the benefits that come from actually experiencing a square. That's when 2 planets are 90 degrees apart from each other. Reason being is a trine is something that falls in your lap. So when things are so easily expressed and achieved for someone, they sometimes overlook it or they take it for granted. Like, yeah, that's a given. I'm nice. What you expect from me? Bars type shit. You know what I'm saying? But and on the other hand of that is when someone is experiencing a square, it's like they accept the challenge of taking some action that makes them feel uncomfortable. And when they are triumphant over that obstacle, which we're talking about an obstacle right now, they have a better appreciation for the actual obstacle. And they're like, you know what? Some lessons in life we just have to learn the harder way. Pause. And what I'm getting here is that this is one of those instances where I think you just acknowledge that something that usually comes to you so easily may have been a hindrance because you've overlooked something or you've taken that for granted. It might have affected the bigger picture in some type of way, but I can't be too sure. But just take what I just gave you as far as what the obstacle entails, because there's probably more people involved with the situation that has more details revolving around it. But this is the action recommended due to the situation and the obstacle. This is interesting because it's the Ten of Cups in reverse. What I'm getting from this is there comes a time in life where we have to stop enabling folks. And when it comes to family, normally people enable their family members. It's a sense of entitlement. It is. It's a form of entitlement. It's also a form of people pleasing. It's also a form of the way you were brought up, the way you conditioned. All you got is each other. Family's all you got. Family over everything. This type of thing, right? But there's going to come a time in your life where, and I don't wish this on nobody, it just happens this way a lot of the times, is that the family unit becomes dysfunctional because we, one, tolerate people's bullshit because, again, the entitlement with family. We supposed to, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or so it's said. We tolerate and we enable, and what it does, all it does is it enhances their capability to become more dysfunctional. So what I get is the action that's recommended is to let the family be dysfunctional. You're not helping. So this might not be family. This might be in the workplace. You're not helping. Stop helping them. And I know you might be like, I'm going to get fired. Yo, look. Bring it to a manager's attention or something like, yo, look, Shelly ain't pulling her weight around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is that got to be said. And you're probably going to say it different, of course. But come on, man. Because if you're the only one who's recognizing that this is a dysfunctional unit and you're aware of the reason of why it is a dysfunctional unit, you got to pull somebody's coat about it. It's like you're obligated to do so. The bottle has spent and landed on you. It is what it is. So let's look at the outcome should you follow that advice recommended. Look, the Queen of Wands, you're going to be the shit. You're going to be sitting on the throne like I told you, bitches. So, you know what I mean? This is a good business idea. It was a good business move. It shows you that I have good business sense. This could be actually related to the business world and the workplace more than it is related to the family unit, but you make it fit the way that it's supposed to fit. Maybe you're the matriarch. Maybe you're the patriarch. Therefore, you had to say something or do something. All right? And this doesn't mean that you're not generous anymore. You don't care for people you don't know how to give. Yeah, sure you are. But maybe you do it in a more tax deductible way now. In a charitable way so you can write that off. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you keep the home ship tight too. Like, yo, you instill those values inside of your relatives instead of giving to them and enabling them. And, yeah, of course, come through and I'll take care of you. I'll take care of this. Yeah, I'll put a Band-Aid on your boo-boo. You understand what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, until next time. Yeesh.